Hello, my name is Amber Kompa, and today's topic is foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is a literary device that an author uses to give indication of a plot point, an event, or idea that's about to happen before it happens. For example, if the weather is gloomy, that could mean that it's going to be a bad day. There are 5 different types of foreshadowing in literature. The 5 different types of foreshadowing in literature include Chekhov's gun, flashback foreshadowing, prophecy foreshadowing, red herring foreshadowing, and symbolic foreshadowing. The first type of foreshadowing that we're going to begin with today is Chekhov's gun foreshadowing. This is a type of foreshadowing that is stated clearly. When using Chekhov's gun, the author will explicitly state an idea or an event that they want the readers to know will take place in the future. The name of this type of foreshadowing is actually derived from a prime example of the literary device. This example is, in Anton Chekhov's play, The Seagull, the main character carries a rifle onto the stage in Act 1 of the play. By the finish of the play, this same character used that same rifle to commit suicide. This is an example of the Chekhov's gun foreshadowing. The second type of foreshadowing that we're going to go over is flashback foreshadowing. An author uses a flashback in his or her writing when they want the readers to know something that isn't included in the present storyline, or it just doesn't fit into the present storyline. The flashback will show hints of something that the author wants the readers to realize for later. This type of foreshadowing is also known as evocative foreshadowing. The third type of foreshadowing that we're going to go over today is prophecy foreshadowing. Prophecy foreshadowing, just like Chekhov's gun, is another explicit form of foreshadowing. This type of foreshadowing is connected to a prophecy, fortune, or a fate of some sort. When authors use this type of foreshadowing, they'll state explicitly that the prophecy will take place in the future. However, the author does not reveal details about how this prophecy is going to occur. For example, in William Shakespeare's play Macbeth, when the 3 witches meet Macbeth for the first time, they speak of the prophecy that one day Macbeth will be king. However, they don't mention that this will occur due to Macbeth murdering Duncan and becoming king that way. The fourth type of foreshadowing we're going over today is red herring foreshadowing. Red herring foreshadowing is used to divert the reader's attention in a sort of wild goose chase. The purpose of this type of foreshadowing is to throw the reader off, making the ending more surprising or making it harder to predict. An example of this is the book The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. This book is more popularly known as the season 1 of the TV series Bridgerton. Throughout this book, Quinn hides the identity of Lady Whistledown by having another character, Eloise, be suspicious of other characters being Lady Whistledown, just to find out that Lady Whistledown was actually Eloise's best friend, Penelope. This is an example of red herring foreshadowing because they were throwing the reader off by having Eloise suspicious of the other characters. The fifth and final form of foreshadowing that we're going to go over today is symbolic foreshadowing. Symbolic foreshadowing is much more difficult to notice than the other forms of foreshadowing. This is because it requires critical thinking to pick up on or realize that it's even foreshadowing anything. This is also known as abstract foreshadowing. For example, a crow normally stands as a metaphor for death. So seeing a crow appear within a story can mean that a character is going to die, or it can symbolize the demise of a character. In conclusion, foreshadowing is a very effective literary device, especially when used to build suspension or surprise in a story, making the story more interesting. The 5 most common types of foreshadowing, which were discussed in this presentation, are Chekhov's gun foreshadowing, flashback foreshadowing, prophecy foreshadowing, red herring foreshadowing, and symbolic foreshadowing. Each of these 5 types of foreshadowing are used to achieve a different response from the reader. When used correctly, this literary device can make a good story into a great story. Thank you so much for watching my presentation today, and I hope that I helped you have a better understanding of what foreshadowing is and the different types of foreshadowing. Thank you.